Hey guys, me, Indexsonic, also Tom Carter / the other Tom. Well, this is my review of Ghost in the Shell, the 2017 version that just came out, the live action one. So before I'm going to get into the review, I'm going to say this right now. I know there's a big controversy, a big controversy with this film. And I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to be addressing some of these issues with this film, with that controversial topic, which is the whole Asian whitewashing thing. So if you get easily defended or you get upset by this, I recommend don't listen, because I'm going to say some blunt stuff. But again, I'm going to bring up some points, reason for this film and why this film probably deserves some of the hate it is getting at the moment. But I will be going into all of this in this review. So first of all, let's start off with the non-spoiler stuff in this film. Was the film good? Yes and no, to be honest. I say this film looks beautiful. It captures that artistic style that it had in the film, in the original anime. And the cinematography is gorgeous in this film. You can go and watch this film and say, that does not look a bad film. It looks beautiful in its artistic values, with its cinematography, with its lighting, with its props, with its setting, costumes, all that. You cannot knock this film for that at all. This film looks gorgeous from head to toe with everything. In the visual department, it is a stunning film. But like, there are changes. Like, it's pretty close to the original film, shot to shot, and like visual interpretation of like the costumes and the props and everything like that. But there's some changes here and there which they have to make, because some stuff in animation will not translate well in live action, so you have to make changes. But the stuff they do replace it with is not bad, to be honest. It's there, you know, and it looks really well. Also, for those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Blade Runner. Blade Runner is my favourite film of all time. I will fight you tooth and nail otherwise on the matter. But apparently, from what I've been told from doing research on this film, and also this film, the original Ghost in the Shell was influenced by Blade Runner, and you can tell it was, with the whole visual design, the buildings, the light fixture, the colour scheme. You can tell Blade Runner's influence on this, and they translate that influence from the original anime into live action gorgeously. It looks beautiful in this film. And then the obvious other references as well, from Terminator, with the whole robotic scenes, and we becoming more android, basically we losing our identity and everything like that, becoming more machine than person. You know, it catches that element as well. And then for those who are wondering as well, people are probably going to be saying, oh yeah, you know, it got Matrix references in it. Well, this film was one of the films that the Matrix was inspired from. Basically, the Matrix was inspired by Ghost in the Shell, from my recollection. It inspires that film. You can see the references. The most obvious one is being the whole with people jacking into this whole deep dive thingy within the film. They go inside the programs and androids and the mechanoids and stuff like that. But it works. At the end of the day, it works. I can't say much about it. Now let's go on to the acting. Right, Scarlett Johansson as the Major. Right, I'm just going to go into this now. Her as the Major, she was good. I can see why they cast her. She played a really good role. She did a fantastic job playing the role. She wasn't bad, to be honest. But again, I will get into the whole controversy thing with her playing the character in the spoilers bit, okay? But she did a good job. She did a solid performance. I cannot knock her, Scarlett Johansson's performance in this film as her. Konteshi Kandaro as Major's boss, the chief. He was good. He was really good. I liked his character, actually. I really liked his character in the film. And he translated over quite well from the original anime. I can't knock his performance. He was good. Had a really good intimidation factor with him as well. It's like, you can tell he's a veteran, just not from his looks alone, but from his presence and also his vocal range as well. Really well done. Bill Askbach as Baton. Good performance. Again, overall, everyone in this film had a good performance and acted so well in this film. There wasn't really a bad performance in this film from any of the actors or actresses in the film. They all played their parts really well. And the other thing we would say, the special effects in this film are stunning. They are so good in this film. But there's some moments in the film when you watch it and you see the special effects and you're like, okay, that looks iffy, that looks off. Okay, that doesn't look right. But there's some moments you look at it like, okay, that's beautiful, that looks good. Again, the whole premise of the film about Cyborg becoming more active, and basically machines are becoming more and more thing, and also then crime starting to change as well, being more cybernetic and more hackers and stuff like that, and the line between humanity and machines are basically come thinner and thinner as we go along with artificial intelligence and technology and robotics. It was done really well, and that was the main core there, and it did capture that element as well. Now let's go into the spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film, I would say stop listening now, go and see the film, come back, or, you know, here's the spoilers. Let's get into the nitty gritty bit of it, which is the major controversy with the Asian whitewashing. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this, I didn't have a major problem with Scarlett Johansson playing the Major. Mainly because in the respect of looking from the studio's point of view, I went, okay, this is the reason why they'd done this. They needed a big name actress, and at the moment in Hollywood at the time of this recording, Scarlett Johansson is one of the highest, but I think she is still the highest paying actress in Hollywood. She's the most recognizable female actress in Hollywood at the moment. She's pretty much the main pinnacle point of the best actress you can get in a major film at the moment, and it's understandable you can get her a role. Again, after seeing the film and seeing her performance, I can understand why she landed the part, but there's a controversy with this. It did cause a big uproar within the Asian community and also within the Hollywood community and media thing with that, with the whole whitewashing stuff going on. And I just want to make my stance clear on this with the whole whitewashing thing. Is it wrong? Is it wrong that the Asian community and people who work within actors and actresses within the media don't get much representation? Yeah, I think it's wrong. I think there should be a bigger presence, just not with Asian, but with every majority at the moment. It is a very white-dominated industry. It always has been, and it has gotten better over the years, but there still is problems with some community, and the biggest one being the Asian community awareness of it. Could they get someone recognizable ability, same star power as Scarlett Johansson to play in this role? The only person that comes to mind is Lucy Liu. That's the only person that you probably get the exact same impact to star power to get people to go and see the film. I said that. I think that's a fair comment to make, and if people don't agree with that, well, that's my opinion, and I think that's what they're thinking was with it as well. Is it right? No, it's not. I think the film would have been a lot better if you would have cast an Asian in the role instead. I can actually name quite a few. I can name a few people that could have done the role a bit better, but they might have been a better fit. I've got a few off the top of my mind who would fit in the role, and you can play the Major in this film as well. Is Ryoko Konichi, I think that's how you pronounce her name. She's been in the Pacific Rim films, and I think she would be in a fantastic role in the film. I think Christina Ko would have been a good one. She's hasn't done a lot. She's quite a new upcomer. The thing I can think off the top of my head, she was in Ballers. Jamie Chung, I think her name is, and she was in Once Upon a Time. She played Mulan in that, and she's been in a lot of other stuff as well. She would have played a good one in this as well. So what I'm getting at, there are female Asian actresses that can play the role, and I named some of the few I think are really good in the Hollywood industry and have been in films and television. And possibly theatre, not to my recollection. But what I'm getting at, there's a long list of actresses that could play the role who were Asian descent. Now here comes the controversy part in this film that create the whole controversy. It's not the casting, it is the fucking plot. The plot, oh my god, it did not help with the whole controversy that was going on in the media about the whole casting of Scarlett Johansson. Because I'm sitting down watching the film, right, and it's basically going the third act of the film. You find out about the whole thing that she isn't who she is, anything like that, and she finds out who she really is. When she finds out that she's the daughter of an Asian mother. Okay, and they don't explain it. Why Scarlett Johansson is white, and mother's Asian. They don't address it. And when you want to interpret it, the way this is, what this is saying, you can argue that she originally was Asian, and they made her, when they recreated her body and mind and everything like, well, not a mind, the mind was the only thing that was still there, but when they recreated her, they turned an Asian girl into a white woman. Yeah, you know what? If I was Asian, yes, I would be pissed off. I went with a couple of my friends and my fiance, right? And my friend who was Asian, Danny, some of you might know her if you ever watched, going back many moons ago, Operation Otaku, which was the anime podcast that was done on the CBC here, on this YouTube channel. And if you want to see any of the old ones, they're still up on iTunes and also SoundCloud to my knowledge. But it's a big slap in the face. They don't address it, which is even worse. If they would have addressed it just a bit, like maybe they said, I know, she's the daughter, this woman, her mother, was her stepmother, and she was from a previous family, got married, blah blah, you know, and that would have been alright. They could have done that. They could have said, oh no, she's adopted. They don't address that. They don't say that she's from a previous marriage, that when she got married to, because we don't see her husband, we only seen the mother. And when you see the flashbacks and everything like that, I want to say, when they dragged her out the house along with her brother, you do see her brother in this film and one of her friends. And I think it's her brother friend, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the main bad guy in the film. She get dragged off with him, and you don't see her face, but her skin tone was the same of an Asian person. So I'm really curious to see, wait for this to come out on DVD, Blu-ray, digital, anything like that, and watch the making of this. And I'm really curious to see what was they thinking about this. Essentially, what I've just explained here, they stepped to the left to avoid a landmine. Instead, they fall down a fucking cliff to a pit of spikes. And, you know, it's just like, didn't no one who was making this film sat down and thought, okay, there's a lot of controversy with this film, this is our ending, maybe we should reshoot something just to clarify and explain something. I know there's this argument about, oh, you can leave stuff for interpretation, people can work out for themselves, but when you've got this major controversy going on and people ranting and raving and also making very good arguments on the internet and also in the media and everywhere else, you should explain it. You should you should put out there saying, right, this is what this is. You know, at the end of the day, you need to explain this, because this is not going to go down that well with people who see the film. It's not going to go down well with the people who were fans of the original thing, because of what I mean. She finds out her real name, because she finds out her real name, Motoko, her real name. The whole entire second act and third act of this film is about her finding out who she really is, and she finds out who her name is, which in Motoko, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the surname, but you get the picture. If you've seen the original film, that is not in the original film. This is the big change they did, and was it the right change? No, it's not the right change. Do they address it? No, they don't address it. It is really, really badly handled, and I'm not surprised my friend got pissed off with me about it, with me about it, or anyone else. Because with my friend Danny, we did have a thing about it, and I said that this was probably the reason why they put Scarlett Johansson in the film was because of these. I've already said the reason, which was they wanted the guarantee they're going to make their money back. They cast the biggest name actress at the time in this film. So all the people in the suits and all the people who were back in the film got reassurance that this film will make money. Because this film is a big gamble. This is like first time in a long time they adapted an anime into by a Western audience. The only other one I can think of come to mind is Speed Racer off the top of my head, and that didn't do so well. I wonder if even Rupert Sanders, the director of this film, realised, yeah, maybe we should change this. Was anyone that works on this film, the producers, the studio, sat down and just thought to themselves, maybe we should change this and do a reshoot? Just a tiny one to explain this, so we don't shoot ourselves in the foot over it. It's bad because that whole thing ruins a potential really great film. And the main problem with the film is that it captures the visual element of it, but it's hollow. It doesn't capture the magic of the original anime. Right, that's the major problem with the film. I'm not going to go more into it, but I think I made my point, and I think it is wrong. I think that they could have done a better job with explaining it. It's a bad lack from writing and not doing reshoots and not doing a rewrite after the controversy. I can probably understand they want to stick to their guns, but again, it didn't do a good job. At the end of the day, it didn't do a good job. Even if you take the controversy out of the whole matter, it was still poorly handled. Just in general, it wasn't well explained. Apart from that, I will say this as well. If you've ever seen the original 1995 Ghost in the Shell film, the opening song in the opening sequence of the film is in the film. It's at the credits. It plays it during the credits. But, you know, at least we got the song. It was nice for it to be there. Overall, what do I think of the film? Visually, it's stunning. Acting, really good. Plot needs a lot of work, especially the ending. The third act of this film, it literally bombed really badly. I think it really needed for the whole time third act of the film. First act, really well done. Second act, a bit rocky. Third act needed a complete rewrite. It needed to be reworked and revamped to explain some stuff, but it didn't bother. It was lazy. I think if you are a fan of Ghost in the Shell, you might find some enjoyment out of this. I did. I thought it was alright in places. I think that it should have done a lot better than it was. If it wasn't from the storyline problems, it would have done a lot better. Yeah, that's probably the big negative, is the handling of the whole Asian controversy, and this film will not help it. This film probably has proven many people's points that about the whole way, even the whole message, when you think about it, is that a woman gets kidnapped by an evil corporation and get turned into a white person, essentially. Yeah, you pretty much just shot yourself in the foot. Well done. Just well done. Overall, I still enjoy the film. Apart from that, I think I will give this film a 7 out of 10. Some people think, oh, why are you giving this film 7 out of 10? But at the end of the day, it's an enjoyable film. It's enjoyable, apart from the stupid thing at the end, with the whole name and her trying to find out her identity and all that sort of stuff. Apart from that, the whole thing was good. It just literally that one bit that's probably has ruined the film, and again, it's going to piss off a load of people. If you are one of these people who don't like the whole whitewashing thing within the media at the moment, with the Asian community in acting and in the media and film and television, this is not going to be the film for you. You will get pissed off with this film. You will despise this film. my recommendation is, if that's the case, just go and watch the original Ghost in the Shell anime film. That's all I have to say. I think that one has a lot more soul in the message that it was trying to portray. I think this live action lost that message a little bit because of that whole controversy and the whole changing the script for her trying to find her identity. Overall, I will give, like I said, 7 out of 10. I would recommend go and see it, but see it if you're a fan of the original. If you don't like the whole whitewashing thing, just give it a skip. Don't bother. You know, you're just going to get upset. You're just going to get angry at the film. So anyway, thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this review, and check out other videos here on the Comic Book Cast. And if you want to check out more stuff from me, go and check out my YouTube channel, Indexsonic. And also, I'm working on a comic book, so check that out on The Guardian, which is on Facebook, called Guardian Comic Book on Facebook. Anyway, peace out, guys.
Hey guys, Armin here, just reminding you that this video was made possible thanks to patrons. If you guys are interested in supporting us and making sure we keep the lights on, check out our Patreon, where you can join other fans in supporting the CBC, delivering content you guys have come to love and expect. And if you can't do that, give us a like and a subscribe. That goes a long way too.